The wind howled across the dry plains, carrying with it the taste of dust and desperation. Emma tightened her worn shawl around her shoulders as she stepped onto the porch of the old Miller ranch. Her hands trembled not from the cold, but from hunger that had gnawed at her for days. She held a small velvet pouch close to her chest. Inside was all she had left of her past life, a delicate gold ring, her late mother's, the only thing of beauty she still possessed. When the door opened, a tall rancher with weather-beaten skin and cautious eyes looked down at her. Behind him, the smell of bread drifted out, making her stomach twist in yearning. "I'll trade," she whispered quickly, her voice hoarse. She held out the pouch. "This ring, it's real gold. Just a little food in return, that's all I ask." The rancher hesitated, glancing back into the house. Before he could speak, another figure stepped forward, a younger man, perhaps in his late 20s, with a strong jaw and eyes the color of storm clouds. His gaze lingered on Emma, not with suspicion, but with something softer. He took the pouch from her hands, opened it, and studied the ring. For a long moment, silence stretched between them, broken only by the restless wind. Then, instead of reaching for the bread basket, he closed her fingers back over the pouch and shook his head. "Gold isn't what we need," he said quietly, his voice steady but gentle. "You are." Emma blinked, her lips parting in shock. "What a broken bar, what do you mean?" The young man Jacob, the rancher's son, studied her with a steadiness that made her feel seen for the first time in months. "This land's wide and hard. My father and we can raise cattle, mend fences, harvest hay. But there's no life in this house anymore. My mother's gone, the kitchen's cold. We've got food, but what we don't have is someone who knows how to make a house feel like a home again. We don't need gold, Emma. We need you." Her heart thudded. She wasn't used to kindness. Life since the town's collapse had been nothing but trade, barter, and survival. No one had ever looked at her as though she was worth more than the weight of metal in her hand. "I don't a broken bar, I don't have anything to give," she whispered, tears pricking her eyes. Jacob stepped closer, his rough hand brushing the velvet pouch back into her grip. "You've already given more than you know. You came here, asking not for charity but for a fair trade. That tells me you still have dignity. You still believe in your worth. That's what we need. Someone who can remind us what it means to live, not just survive." Emma swallowed hard, her voice trembling. "And if I say yes? If I stay?" Jacob's eyes softened, a flicker of help lighting them. "Then you'll never have to trade gold for bread again. You'll have a place here, with us, not as a burden, not as a beggar, but as family." For the first time in months, Emma let herself exhale. The ring in her palm seemed to glow warmer somehow, no longer a symbol of loss, but of a promise of something new. She didn't need to sell it. She didn't need to let go of the past to survive the present. Instead, she'd found something worth far more than gold: belonging. And as the rancher's son stepped aside and held the door open for her, Emma realized she hadn't just found food. She had found home.